International Falls 4th of July Parade. Let's kill that patriotic music as they arrive.
Nothing says America like bagpipes, isn't that right, everybody?
That's right. This is the Icebox Radio Theater, and this parade is brought to you by a whole bunch of people. Scotland, Border Bank, Coffee Landing Cafe, which is at 444 3rd Street, Coca-Cola Bottling Company of International Falls, Duluth Publishing Project, thank you so much, and G&S Pro Shop, Lukachik Dental Office, North Shore Mental Health Group, Packaging Corporation of America. They just keep going. Our good friend Charlie Casanova at State Farm Insurance. The International Falls Library. Thank you, Ken from Hawaii, for that one. Our good friends, the Salty Jester. And Sky High Rentals. Not and. We're not done yet. Yes, it's true. We're not done yet.
We have so many sponsors this year.
University of Minnesota Duluth. Study writing there. And Zomi Bloom Adula in Duluth. Thank you so much for my good friend David Beard for all of that wonderful. Here we go. It's the parade. I am Jeff. That is Justin.
Howdy. We're here doing our little yearly tradition of letting everybody see our parade.
Uh-huh.
This year with possibly the best cameras we've ever had.
I'm going to say yes. Do we already have a slowdown?
We do.
Yeah, that's okay. You can just barely see it in the image there, that the children's parade, the main parade caught the children's parade.
Damn kids holding us up.
Those darn kids.
Oh, but now we get a really good view of whatever this truck is advertising. I can't quite tell from here.
You know what? Again, every year we do this. Every year we start something like this and say, hey, we should do this next year. And my first thought was binoculars.
Ooh, that would have been good.
Right, but just if you've been a fan of the International Falls Parade here on Facebook, we should probably explain actually that it's a little different this year simply because there's no internet in the park to speak of.
Yes, so we're coming to you live from the studio, which is on the parade path anyway.
Right. In fact, I didn't have a turnaround camera. But Justin is currently in a giant beanbag.
Oh, wow. There is an interesting thing coming down the street. It looks like the
Canadians?
Bear pinata. No, it's behind the Canadians.
Ah, okay, yeah.
It's a bear pinata and a bunch of fish kites coming up next for Voyagers.
Oh, wait. Just last night, I was talking to a lovely lady named Rick and Martha. I think that was Martha's name. And Martha designed all these for Voyagers National Park. Windsocks and a giant bear suit.
That's like a 15-foot tall bear suit.
That's rather terrifying, actually.
That would be horrifying to see in the dark.
What if they just take it out to the park and wander around?
Oh my god, imagine if you know somebody's out in the national park like getting high or something, and you're just like, bring out the bear suit. Let's really make this a fun time for them.
If someone is having a difficult time.
Some poor stoned hippie out there trying to flick his lighter and this giant 15-foot bear comes crashing down the trail at them.
Well, I would hope it is the parks because they would be in on the joke. Because if you went to the sheriff's,
oh yeah, the sheriffs wouldn't be happy about that. But
emergency vehicles
comes the fire and EMS, the backbone of a safe community, and I think ours is pretty great.
I've never used them, thank goodness. But
yes,
I trust. I haven't heard any complaints, and I knew several of the folks. Oh, there's a lovely, and of course, got to have the historic engines.
Oh yeah, it's just fun to have those for all the parades and car shows and stuff that you want to show up and have a presence at. Remind people that you're there to keep them safe.
Guys in turnouts, which probably seem like an okay. Now, this is
the second firefighter has a kid in a little carrier on front of him.
Wow.
Oh, it's so sad that kid's too young to remember this, because that would be a core memory.
Or possibly trauma.
Nah, if Dad's a firefighter, you're familiar with seeing him in the turnout gear, I would assume.
No, I was thinking more of the whoop, whoop.
Oh, right.
I had to actually turn down our exterior audio for that.
And I know what some people might be thinking. This is a really small town for how big the fire department is. And you would be right, except we've got the paper mill, and
Yes.
there are laws. So we have to have a big ladder engine in order to properly fight a fire at the paper mill.
I believe that is a law. You have to be able to fight a fire,
In the tallest building in your area.
which ours is, I don't know, 3 or 4 stories, maybe? The
Uh,
smokestacks?
well, some of the stacks get up like 6 or 7, I would assume.
Just taking down our outside audio because the
Honk.
honk. Boy, there are a lot of fire trucks.
And you know what? God bless them.
Yep.
I want every fire department in the country should have a much bigger budget than it does.
Yeah. And also, I think they do a lot of coverage for areas. There's an adult. I mean, I'm enjoying the family across the street that found a bit of shade. And there's
there's every tree across the street has like one family underneath it because there's perfect shade over there.
Right. We should explain. I know in past years we have been down in the park where there's a mob, so it looks like no one came to the parade except for these three young boys, one in his rubber boots. But we are a good 3 blocks further up the top of the parade route.
The earliest parade coverage you'll find today.
Absolutely. Hurry up, and you can actually get. Just gonna see what the fire and rescue was.
Yeah, we're
My
still
goodness,
on fire
we do have a
rescue.
lot of EMS, don't we?
And our last fire EMS vehicle is one of our neat little swamp crawlers.
Yeah. That's the big thing on the trailer, not the kid in the. That must be Voyagers National Park thing.
Yep. I recognize their logo walking up behind all of this. We've got
The first political?
volunteers, I believe.
Is that the volunteers, or is that... I see faces, so I don't know if that's...
I don't know. I don't know what the faces are for, but it is Voyagers National Park again.
Okay, I thought maybe it was... we are on an election year, and best of luck to Harley Drobot, former president of the IBRT, and Dome Dog himself is running for the legislature, so I assume he'll be here somewhere. I don't know what
There's
that
a good
is.
chance he will be here in the form of a DeLorean.
Yes. Oh, the fish is moving.
Oh my. Voyagers really went all out this year. I like their
really
stuff that
did.
they've done. They even turned the side-by-side into a canoe.
One day soon, folks, we will get a cameraman who can zoom in, and we can see things like, I think that maybe this is Border State Bank. Uh-huh. It's the parade. It's a lovely day in the falls today. We had our pop-up radio station. Incidentally, join us on Facebook. Very soon we will be streaming individual properties of our pop-up radio station, but we got to finish up here, and then I got to go down there. Okay.
And the Shriners.
The Shriners, although I guess that's actually Voyagers because it's a canoe?
Well, there's also 2 fire trucks. And he's wearing the hat.
And kid just got a
Frisbee.
A Frisbee. Trying to catch the miniature fire trucks. Very nice.
A little bit slower, less entertaining than the canoe, but not often that you'll get to hear, wow, that fire truck's slower than that canoe.
Yes.
But you know what? You get to here today.
Now let's see. We got coming up soon the train, but that's not the one that they run in the park. A little bit of a gap opening up here.
A little bit, and then we've got a little barrel train full of kids coming up here.
Yeah, that's not the one that runs in the park, though, right?
No, the one in the park's being run on a 4-wheeler today.
Mm-hmm. That one there could open it up pretty good.
Let's bring those kids up to highway speed. I bet you those barrels
Yeah.
are safe for that, right?
Okay, now we have our first gap. So just talk about some of the great sponsors. We got Zomi Bloom, who's a doula in Duluth. Our good friend David Beard, who I believe is watching, offered up some sponsorship money there. Ken from Hawaii gave us the sponsor money for International Falls Public Library and the GNS Prop Shop. You know, if you have welding needs, these are the guys. Absolutely go to these are the guys. And in your shot now, my lovely wife Diane bending up and picking up candy. Coffee Landing Cafe. What a institution in our country. Our part of the country. Our good friend Charles Casanova, State Farm Insurance. Our insurer, actually, here at the IBRT. And what is that I hear?
We've got, I believe, the cheerleaders? Something for the school. Oh, girls hockey.
Okay, the girls hockey team throwing candy to the assembled.
Followed by an honest-to-goodness marching band. I have not seen the Broncos marching band ever. We tried to do it at one point, but we couldn't keep people interested enough.
You were in band at FHS.
I was in the FHS band. We've got...
Wow, look at that. Uniforms and all. No, this.
Yeah.
If you're not from the Falls.
Oh my goodness, they must have got money for new uniforms, because these are not the starchy 70s, 60s ones that they tried to squeeze us into, that's for sure. These actually fit the kids.
And they're... this is the problem with our location. They're saving the music for where the people are. What if we let them know, hey,
you're on TV?
You know, sort of.
And now we've got the Broncos football players and their cheerleaders.
Uh-huh.
Much bigger float than the band.
And they're just standing around. The band's marching.
Yeah, the band's working for it.
Right. Anyway, just to say, you really need... There's the first political float.
Yeah.
DFL. I didn't watch the debate.
So.
I understand people are pressuring our president to not be our president anymore. And not just Trump people. But interesting times as the Chinese...
Lots of bubbles from the DFL float.
I don't know that... Well, see, everything you do with a political float is somehow symbolic of something, but it's never really clear what. There's Harley. Oh, sorry, I'll go back to this. Harley Droba.
No DeLorean.
No DeLorean.
He is on a boat being pulled by a van.
Which says Droba on the side. There is our mayor.
Until he moves on to bigger and better things, of course.
Yes. Dome Dog on Broadway. We'll give him some extra coverage here. I'll just go. Okay.
And we've got a kid sprinting across the road to save a balloon.
Got that just on camera. Duluth Publishing Project, another sponsor from David Beard and the good folks at Coca-Cola Bottling. Oh, hey.
Could not tell you what this truck is about. They were throwing out candy.
Okay.
They're very plain, though.
They are. This is... Sir, were you not aware there was a parade today? It's pickup with trailer.
Well, we've got a very long gap.
Okay.
That can't be all of it, right?
No. You end with more police, I believe. Rather like they're being pushed along. Justin is positioning himself out the window here at the house to see what's going on.
There's nothing coming for at least a block, so we've got some time to talk to the people.
Before that loud person with the horn.
Yeah, before that horn shows up, whatever it is.
Anyway, so we're so much fun to do this. This is the part of our pop-up radio station thing that we do every year. Well, the last few years. I was remembering the first year I actually stayed on the air 24/7 and slept in a tent with the station, which was ridiculous.
Even through that massive storm we had.
Yes, I remember. There was standing water.
I showed up in the morning and you were still drying out the tent.
Yeah, I didn't do that again. We've steadily been moving away. In fact, the future...
Oh, wow, it's a whole semi coming now.
So we have more parade, folks. Trust me, there's more parade.
For Minnesota North College.
Formerly Rainy River Community College. But it combined...
A little bit of a name change.
Yeah, combined with several other campuses. And
but that just means there's more of a network where your credits will transfer to if you want to continue on afterwards.
Absolutely. Here she comes.
There we go. A semi with not one, but two trailers. It's articulated.
Is that legal in this state?
I don't know.
Double trailers?
Well, they got into the parade, so the police okayed it.
Okay. I just don't know that I've ever seen one. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, we see you there. It's just very nice. So good. Oh, David Beard is watching. He actually left the comment that says, exciting. I agree, David. It is exciting to see Minnesota North College. Endless possibilities. Anyway, just to say, stick with our Facebook page because we will be in the park for the internet for the pop-up radio station today and tomorrow. How do you feel about this? We're going to do a whole festival on July the 5th and see if that works.
I don't know. Because I have to work. So I will not get to partake of much of it. But, hey, if people show up and have fun, then I'm all for it.
See the... Ooh.
We've got the future farmers of yesterday.
Yeah, and the
T-Rex, or no, that's not the T-Rex, that's the...
Is that what they call those?
No, I'm trying to remember, that might be the KTM crossbow.
But it's
a three-wheeled vehicle.
Yes, we're talking about the
little three-wheeled sports car.
The backward tricycle with the two wheels
Backwards
in front.
tricycle, actually a very stable design.
I believe it. You know, how are you going to fall over?
Frontwards tricycle, not great.
No.
There are some issues with that design.
Working at a golf course, we had a special piece of equipment for raking sand traps that was a three-wheeled vehicle. I tipped over a couple times on that.
Oh, yeah.
And it had, I didn't even think it had a two-stroke. It went about the speed of a what do you call it, riding mower. So that's just not the way it is. Let's see if we can get a closer look. We can't.
We have a mostly unmanned Republican Party float.
Mr. Trump and some local people.
And then a log truck full of more Republican advertising.
Well, let's see. Okay, so that was just the lead truck. And that camera shot, the nice lady in the chair is Diane, who is, of course, author, actress with the Icebox Radio Theater. Overall, good egg, as we say. And Justin is taking a picture of the logging truck. Where did they find trees that size? Do we have trees that size?
Well, this is Minnesota.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of... Ooh, here we go.
Now we're getting to the fun part of the parade. My favorite part, the classic cars.
There is a... I'm going to say
Get those political ads out of the way and let me see some cars with big rumbly engines.
Now, if you're O'Reilly Auto Parts, do you really want your flag on a truck in that condition? Because it does need a little work. Okay.
Yes, because that is a very specific type of vehicle called a rat rod.
Okay.
Or somebody that just likes the patina look.
Patina.
But it is a very popular way to get... Some people will actually put a clear coat over that messed up paint to make sure it stays that exact level of messed up.
Who found the word patina and translated it
Somebody
to
with a
English?
bunch of tarnished silver, I'm guessing.
I know. That's... No. That's not rust.
It's not rust, it's patina. It has history.
Classic truck there.
Wonderful square body truck coming through after this gorgeous blue and white Chevy. Into, I believe that is an old GTO after that.
Oh,
I might be wrong.
I have a strange fondness for cars of that vintage because my grandmother was supposed to give me her Ford Falcon, which really burned my sisters because her logic was, well, he needs it for dates. You're girls, you don't need it. And then she drove into a dairy.
Oh.
and got on the front page of the paper. She was fine. She was in the hospital briefly with like a sprained wrist, but she was mortified, as you can imagine. Some classic.
It's not what
cars.
you want to be famous for in the local paper.
No. By journalism and those people talk about wanting a real local paper back. I said, did you remember what it was? Did you ever like your local paper? Most people don't like their local paper.
Oh, I believe Plymouth Barracuda maybe coming up next.
What do you call that when the
blue vehicle?
Yeah. When the pipes stick up out of the hood, what do you?
That is a hood scoop. It is to bring air directly to the carburetor.
And this has been Automotive Corner with Justin Kapla.
Followed up by a gorgeous blue pickup truck.
That really is nice.
Oh my goodness, that is gorgeous.
I'm just going to turn
Sorry,
up the
I'm just distracted.
I'm just going to turn up the audio because I want to hear these engines. Yep, there we go.
Yeah, being followed up by a lifted red monstrosity from the early 90s. Probably one of the people that goes up and down Main Street all night gunning the engine because it's the only place in town that's like a valley.
Now, be careful because, yeah, we do have viewers from in town as well.
I said what I said, and I mean what I mean.
Oh, I know. I had a whole conversation. We did our recent radio show in the park, and had a good old time. But I also said, "Ooh, look at the plum boy." Oh, United States Marine Corps, thank you for your service.
Gorgeous, gorgeous truck.
That's a fix. That's a.
We love a good step side with a matching rim.
And someone who really
I believe that one following it up is a Pontiac Fire Chief, actually.
No, I believe it's a sharp-dressed man GTO. Or someone who really liked those videos.
Then, is that a Buick Regal? I think that's a Buick Regal.
Okay.
That last one in the line.
But you know that's probably got, like, mint everything. It's been perfectly stored.
Little old lady Sundays,
Yep.
but it's also got the nice options.
Leather.
When it was optioned out when it was bought.
And inexplicably, here is United States Customs and Border Patrol.
In the middle of the car show, because there are more gorgeous cars waiting behind the Border Patrol. Now, it would be funny if Border Patrol separated all of the American cars from the imports. That would be a funny way to do it. But we have definitely a GTO coming up after the Border Patrol.
So, okay, here's a trivia. Was there ever truly a Canadian-made car? Because I know they have car manufacturers in Canada, but it's like Ford and Chevy.
There were some that ended up, like, in Australia, Holden was basically just GMC with a different badge. And they did that in Canada for a bit, too. I can't remember the name of the company, though.
A Canadian car.
If you know in the comments, let me know. But I believe it was GMC again was rebadging their vehicles in Canada as something else.
What about the motorcycle company or the off-road Bombardier? I used to think it was Bombardier, but it's actually Bombardier. They make a lot of stuff. They make, like, light rail trains.
Yeah, they make light rail trains. They make jet skis. They don't make that GTO, but man, it's pretty.
So what's Motorbike doing?
And I'm going to guess a Honda 90. That is desperately trying to rev like the GTO in front of it and failing miserably.
Well, he is revving. He's revving about as well that, you can rev.
Then we have a gorgeous semi that I don't know what it's for.
Get a close-up look there. It's got a bunting.
It's got America flags all over it and some really nice lighting. They cleaned that semi up great for this parade.
Following up with, I think that's our good friend
on the bottom, so maybe farming.
That's our good friend Andy, isn't it? With the flag behind the semi. But you probably can't see it.
Yes, that would be Skateboard Jesus.
Okay, he's singing. So
yes, he's singing Amazing Grace.
Anyway, fair to say local color. I think Andy would go along with that.
I think local color is a
Ooh, hey,
good way to describe it.
It's a painted pony, literally.
Yeah, America the horse.
She painted her pony.
Well, at least Andy was wearing a shirt today.
Yeah, well, he had a kind of a vest so we could still get some of the action.
It's more than he usually has on when he's out in public.
With a giant American flag. So visit the International Falls.
We have kooks.
Well, everyone has kooks. We have cool ones. Here's our first horse brigade, perhaps only one. Now we have a nice gap opening up.
We've got a gap opening up back to some police vehicles.
Surely not the end. What time is it? It could be. It's not, we're a small town. And we've had the bagpipes, which is always the big deal.
Right. Nothing says America like Scotland. Scotland by way of Canada.
You say that. Bop,
Yeah, I believe that will be the end of it once these police cars are done coming by and holding up this city worker truck.
Was that with usually there's a shovel brigade behind the horses, or maybe that's rude.
That might be what the city truck is for.
Usually, I've been to most towns. Is like you get the mayor to do that. You get the mayor out with a shovel, and people like that.
He's just like us, shoveling shit.
Yeah. Internet, ladies and gentlemen. Just so you know, now that the parade is winding down, the booths in the park are open, as are the beer gardens as of noon. Kiddie races will be taking place at 12:15. The chip pile, where youngsters get to
dig through wood chips for pennies.
Yes, dig through wood chips. Where I hope, Jane, that's happening at 2:45. Excuse me. Coming up, 3 o'clock. The Dirty Dozen is playing.
Ooh,
yes.
That is our all brass, high energy pep band, full of old folks, because they're the ones that were in the original Dirty Dozen back in the day.
Absolutely. Great fun. Okay, I'm taking. I see now. Wonderful Diane, moving over towards the, taking our chairs inside. So you know what? I think that's probably going to take.
I believe that will be the end of our parade coverage.
Again, apologies. I didn't have a camera to turn around and show you folks Justin and I's beautiful faces, but
you'll just have to imagine what this beautiful voice looks like.
A face for radio, as they say. One of those things. They've been great. It has been such a great year. So I want to mention again, Border Bank. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, everyone there. Coffee Landing, Isaac did a wonderful job. Coca-Cola. It was wonderful surprise you me that. Here's one of David's, Duluth Publishing Project. They have books. Check them out. GNS Pro Shop. Prop Shops. I always want to say Pro Shop. Luca Gentle. They've been a sponsor for years. North Shore Mental Health Group. They do wonderful things up the North Shore there. Our good friends, PCA, Packaging Corporation of America. Our very good friend, Charlie Casanova at State Farm Insurance downtown. Read something at the International Falls Library. Yeah. We wouldn't be the same without the Salty Jester, folks. Sky High Party. These are bounce house people. There's bounce house people. Or you can study writing at the University of Minnesota Duluth. Please do so. And speaking of Duluth, Zomi Bloom is a doula there. Check her blog out at zomibloom.blogspot.com. And
we have been given candy from the parade.
Ooh, Tootsie Rolls. That is it for our coverage.
Sidewalk doesn't get a
You need to borrow a kid next time we're doing this.
Thank you so much, folks. Thank you, Kenna. And Becky is here. And David is our biggest fan. Well, this has been our coverage of the International Falls parade.
Go out there and scrape some candy off the road for yourselves.
Go barbecue something, and then when it gets dark, blow things up safely, please. Everybody, go to one of your officially sanctioned festivals,
explosives retailers.
Yes, and let them blow things up for you.
America.
Iceboxradio.org. Thanks, folks. See you later.
Bye.